What's up, guys? I am here to review Source Code. Now, I did my movie spotlight on this, and I said this is going to be a great, cool, fun sci-fi thriller that probably going to have to pay a lot of attention during, and it was definitely not what I was expecting. And I don't quite know if it's in a good way or a bad way, because the first half of this movie is its biggest weakness. Because maybe not the first half, maybe the first half hour. Because the first half hour is they take too long to really explain what's actually going on, even if you've seen the trailer and you know what's going on. If you they take too long to give you the basic rules of everything, and it gets into pretty repetitive territory. Mainly with regards to how the main character, Coulter Stevens, feels about all this. And then there's all these like multiple agendas going on that are too difficult to keep track of for some of the characters. You gotta try to say to yourself, okay, what's going on? What are these people trying to do? And it gets really, some of these people are they get really annoying because they keep doing the same thing over and over again. And to be fair, this is a movie where you're leaving 8 minutes over and over again, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about outside the 8 minutes. There are characters, like Vera Farmiga's character, who's basically like a one-dimensional, one-note character. But the movie does pick up speed later on. It's later, like toward the halfway point, it does get really intense, really nail-biting, real edge of your seat. You're like, oh my god, you gotta do this, man. You gotta stop it. You gotta do that, or that's gonna happen. You gotta yell, sometimes yelling at the screen and stuff like that, which is kind of cool. Because if you're yelling at the screen, you know you're doing a good job. You know you're doing your job right. And boy, is this about this ending. I gotta address this. This is the biggest, most mind-bending ending. It's bigger than Inception. It's bigger than, like, it's so confusing. You're gonna be like scratching your head. You could be going, when I was in the theater, I just went, what just happened? And it was spectacular. And if it was you're definitely not gonna get it the first time. In fact, if for those of you who have seen the movie, if you don't get the ending, go to www.themoviespoiler.com and click on the page for source code if it's still there. It's only up for a limited time. Go to the page for source code and read like the last few paragraphs. It should explain everything. It does phrase things differently. But at first I was like, what is going on? And my brain was just flooding with questions. But that's what's so great about this movie. If it gets you to be asking questions and be questioning yourself and questioning the whole movie and what just happened, then it's doing its job right. I give it a solid 3 stars. It started off slow, but it did pick up speed. It did get really intense, interesting, and threw a few twists at us I didn't see coming. It did get really intense in spots, and it had great resolution. So, if you're looking for a cool thriller to watch that with a one big ass twist, then see this movie. If you look, it is a